What's going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to the Falcon YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing fantastic and you've been enjoying the content lately. And today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So we haven't done a Q&A in over a year, which is crazy. And we get so many questions on a regular basis and we don't have time to answer them all, but I thought, you know, it'd be a great way, kind of have a bit of a sit down with you or connect with you all and just kind of go into some certain things that I think is really, really important and give you a bit of perspective. So hopefully that you can take a lot of value away from this Q&A. I wish I had stuff like this when I first started learning how to trade. It would have kind of blocked out a lot of the noise and helped guide me in the right direction. So let's get into the questions. So you sent in your questions on Instagram, so we're going to kind of go through. I haven't seen all of them. I had a quick scan of them, but let's have a look. There's a few that I've not seen. Let's have a look. So where do we start off with? Let's have a look. So we've got a few good ones in here. I'll probably go through about 3 or 4, and you can take some insights into them. We'll go with this one. Right, so most common limiting belief in your journey and how you conquered them. I would say the most common limiting belief came from childhood and my surroundings. So I come from humble beginnings, so not from any wealth by any means. And I think the belief was that I'm used to seeing people earn, 30 grand a year, 35, 40 grand top end. So to earn more than that was a huge limiting belief, because when you're surrounded by, this is your life, this is what people do, they have this job, they're in this trade, you can only think so far for a certain period of time. So I did have a limiting belief for a while that, oh, maybe I'm just gonna do this. And that's why I got originally into engineering, because I thought it's kind of in line with that. I might earn 40 grand a year, 50 grand as a principal engineer if I'm lucky, but I'm in line with that kind of category, if you like. I wouldn't say I conquered it because I was still going through it, but what I made sure is that I put things in place to get myself out of this little bubble. See, what we tend to do sometimes is that we grow up in a town and then we just stay in that town and that's it, and we kind of don't go anywhere else. So what I had to do is I had to get myself into London. And when I got myself into London, I started to be surrounded by people that make, 6 figures per month or 6 figures per year, and then into the millions, and around other mentors that are in the position that I wish to be, that have more experience, they have more life experience in that respect, and they've just got more knowledge and more success. So when I started to realize, wow, there's like 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds making 6 figures per month. I'm kind of in this bubble where people think that 50 grand a year is top end. That's when I started to realize that, right, I need to get myself in situations. So I would say in this respect, my advice or recommendation would be, is make a conscious effort to get around people in the position that you wish to be. And that can be in any part of your life. And that way, as a side effect, that will rub off on you in such a positive way. So I hope that helps, and that's how I've kind of dealt with that one. Do you believe in law of attraction? 100%. Without going too into the science part of it, we attract a certain kind of frequency into our life. We attract certain kinds of people into our life, whether we like it or whether we realize it or not. And when you're vibrating at a certain frequency, you'll naturally attract those people into your life, which is why people tend to have similar friends and similar people, that they make the same mistakes, repetitive cycles. But I believe we attract things into our life, but it has to be matched by action. So we have this kind of theory that, right, if we think about things, and you've probably heard of things like The Secret, and there's a lot of fluff behind it, but there's a very powerful message behind it. So not to discredit it, because there's a really real message behind it. We do attract the things into our life. So the law of attraction is a key thing, but it only happens with the law of action. So if you have the law of action with the law of attraction and you have a practical approach to it, 100%. I've attracted so many great things into my life, but what has happened with utilizing things like the 5-5-5 rule, the rule that I came up with just doing your daily goals, that's an actionable step matched with the law of attraction. So what you think about is what you become. I firmly believe that. So when you're thinking about things on a regular basis, you're attracting that frequency, you're attracting that energy, and you're attracting those people and those goals into your life. But you don't just think about something of, a particular goal that you want, like a house or a swimming pool or whatever, and it just magically comes. That's not the message. The message is intently, consciously, subconsciously program that into your mind, attract that frequency into your life. But at the same time, if you have actionable steps, then you're going to get there regardless. You know, like whether you believe in it or not, if you're putting things in place and you're just applying action every day, you will attract those right things into your life, because it's action meets attraction. So I hope that helps. And short answer is yes, I do believe in it. I think it's played a big part of my life. So law of attraction is a massive thing. Let's take a look at another one. How did you manage your emotions when you felt like giving up besides all the negativity around you? Chimp Paradox is a great book. So if I've not recommended this enough, Chimp Paradox, definitely go and check it out. It's all about mind management. I'm a big believer in don't focus so much on wanting to be in full control. Anyone that tells you you're in full control, they're not, you know, because we're never in full control, and I don't think we should aspire to be. It's to more so manage your emotions. You're always going to have things. There's no one that's in full control. If you're going through a divorce, tell me that you're in full control. You can be the biggest bulletproof mindset that you think that you have. Go through a divorce. I've never been through a divorce, but I'm giving you a bit of context. I can only imagine the stress that's involved. So it's not a matter of feeling like you're in full control, but more so if you have negativity around you, just learn how to manage your emotions. Chimp Paradox is a great book for that. I highly recommend that. But I never really felt like giving up. I had doubt, but I never really felt like giving up, because it just wasn't within my nature to give up. I had a mentality that I built that it's going to happen, maybe not on my schedule, maybe not on my time, but I'm making it happen regardless. Maybe not at this within the next 12 months that I thought it would, but it's happening for me. And with negativity, I've had negativity around me. Negativity never goes. There's always going to people be that are negative towards you, but you've just got to look at it from, remember, no one doing better than you is going to be negative towards you. So if people are throwing shade and they're negative towards you in your circle, they're likely not succeeding, and they're either envious or jealous of you. So you've got to be compassionate to the point of view is that, think about it. If someone is negative towards you, where are they in their life? What kind of frequency are they vibrating at to be that person? They're probably quite unhappy deep down, whether they admit it or not. They're quite unhappy people, bitter people. So if you've got someone, whether it's your family, your friends, and they're being negative towards your goals, all that says to you is, listen, I'm unhappy in my own life and I want to drag you down and bring you down with me. So if you can rise above and realize that's where they're at, but that's not where I'm at, and realize that if you can just manage your emotions and stay in your chief aim, stay focused on your vision, don't worry so much about handling negativity. You don't need to handle that or deal with that as much. Unless it's like right in your life and you need to cut that toxicity out, then that's fine. But from a perspective of, you just need to focus on you. That's all you need to do. At the end of the day, you're still going to keep rising, you're going to keep growing, and there's always going to be negativity in your life. But how you manage that is going to ultimately shape your life. So stay focused on you, manage your emotions, and don't worry so much about those people, because eventually those people will fizzle themselves out. They're on their journey, they're at their level of consciousness, they're not happy, they need to still develop, and that's fine. It's nothing towards them. They're just still at a level of consciousness they've developed, and they need to grow as well, and they'll realize at a later stage that the frequency they was vibrating at was very, very low, and that wasn't going to achieve their goal. So you can only have compassion and empathy for them. I truly, truly believe that. But let's take a look at another question. Let's go for a last question. What do we have here? Okay, these are quite a few similar questions. I appreciate all the support, by the way, so lots of love and support in these questions. So these are kind of not questions, but a lot of thanks, and I really appreciate it. I'm glad that the page and the channel has brought so much happiness and guidance to your life. Oh, nearly dropped that. Hopefully not in the swimming pool, but I'm glad that it's brought happiness and, you know, just overall guidance, a place where you can come back to and really feel like, right, I'm getting the value, I can take some notes, and I'm actually growing as a person. So I'm really, really grateful for that, and I really appreciate the support. Let's go with, what's the first thing that you'll do after COVID-19? That's a good question. See family more. Honestly, see family more. And the reason as to why I say that is because this kind of ties into, to finish this off, is that perspective is everything. And if there's anything that COVID has shown us, is what is truly important to us. So if you think about, you know, some of the questions I answered, negativity, this kind of stuff, does that really matter? Should you really care about that? What is really important to us is things like family. If family is very, very important to me. So the first thing I do is really spend more time with family, because it's really shown us, you know, when you're in a position where there's restrictions and you can't do that, you're so focused on these other things and you neglect the very thing that's actually important to you right under your nose, which is good friends, family, health, all these things. So I think that people are going to reevaluate a lot of their life, how they live their life, the people they associate themselves with. I think that's going to be a massive thing. And for me, it's just going to be spending more time with family, and then again, staying focused on the vision. The vision has always been the same from the very, very beginning. So that's a big thing for me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys and girls will be doing the same. What are you guys and girls going to do once COVID's completely finished and things are going back to normal? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And again, I really hope you kind of enjoyed this sit-down Q&A. We haven't done one for over a year, so I thought we would. And again, very, very excited for the things that we got in the works for this channel. We're going to be doing a lot of how-to type videos, and always we appreciate the love and support. And if you've got anything that you would like to know and you want to see more of, and you would like this kind of Q&A style, let me know in the comments. Appreciate you all. Have an incredible weekend ahead, and again, vibrate higher. Focus on people who are in a position that you wish to be. Have an incredible weekend ahead, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, guys and girls.